All right, 25 years ago today, the biggest mall in America opened its doors right in our backyard.
Since then, Bloomington's own Mall of America has hosted millions of visitors each year. It's really earned a place in the fabric of our state and in the country. People come from all over the world to go to Mall of America. Mary McGuire is there right now with an in-depth look at how the mall got there and how it's transformed over the years. Mary.
Good morning to you, Jason. Well, today marks a big day here at the Mall of America. It is 25 years old this morning, but when it was first developing, people weren't sure if this would all work out. There were a lot of skeptics, but it has proven to be a destination across the world, not just for shopping, but for tourists and so much more. The mega mall was born when another legacy came to an end. We're gonna win, Twins, watch that baseball star. In 1982, the Twins and the Vikings said goodbye to Met Stadium in Bloomington and hello to the Metrodome downtown, leaving behind a big empty space in the center of the suburbs that proved perfect for the biggest mall in America. 3, 2, 1. 7 years later, developers broke ground, leaving some skeptical about how successful the experiment would be.
On Flag Day in 1989, we broke ground, and it was a little chilly that day, so the headlines, were, why Minnesota? How is this going to work?
Well, it did work. And on August 11th of 1992, the mall opened its doors to a crowd of 150,000 people.
We need it in. We need to shop now. We love doing things big.
Big is an understatement. The mall is home to 520 stores, employs upwards of 11,000 people, and has a nearly $2 billion economic impact on the state. Officials credit that level of success to the mall's ability to evolve and adapt, giving shoppers more than just a place to buy clothes or shoes.
The Mall of America changed the landscape for retail, not only in Minnesota, but across the globe. I mean, really creating that unique experience beyond just retail was something that had never been done before.
Over the years, the mall has undergone a series of small facelifts. From the loss of Bloomingdale's, one of its anchor department stores, to a change in the theme park sponsorship from Camp Snoopy to Nickelodeon Universe, to the advent of the era of internet shopping.
Staying fresh is what's key, being able to bring those unique elements to our guests to give them reasons to come back.
Now, the expansion of the Mall of America, it is not over just yet. They currently have plans in the works to approximately double the current size of the mall. That includes hotels, of course, more shops, a water park perhaps. But this has it's been such a big deal here in the state of Minnesota. I was talking with my mom when I was working on this story. She went to one of the parties in honor of the opening of the Mall of America, and she said that they shot fireworks sideways in the theme park portion of the mall. So it certainly is an exciting day, and they're trying to break some more world records today as well, Jason.
So tell us about the records. What are they trying to get done today?
Well, of course, they are birthday related, so they're trying to have the most cupcakes iced in 1 hour. They are also trying to have the world's largest gathering of birthday hats. That all gets underway at 1 p.m. But I do want to show you this cake that's behind me. It was made by the famous baker Buddy Valastro. You might know him from the show Cake Boss on TLC, but this is a pretty cool cake. It's gigantic. I'm told that we're not going to be consuming this one. They will be handing out cupcakes, though, to folks who want to come and celebrate the mall.
4 o'clock, free cupcakes. Mary, thank you. Back when that thing opened, I think a lot of people thought, come on, who wants to go to
a giant mall?
Turns out a lot of people want to go to a giant mall. Everybody, any relative who comes into town.
That's always what they have to do.
All they want to do.
You always feel like you have to take them just to see it. And you're like, is it that big?
Or do you take them, or do you just drop them off and then pick them up?
Give them directions.
Yeah, right.